What's up, Ranger fans? PR Mayhem back with a brand new video, and today I will be doing a detailed review of my full, mostly Anarchy made, gold Zeo Ranger cosplay, or my O-Ranger, King Ranger cosplay, as it were. I'll be giving my insight into how well or how badly the things are made, my experience with Anarchy, etc, etc. Nothing new that you haven't seen in any of my previous video reviews, which have garnered, from what I gather, quite favourable reviews themselves. So I'll do a detailed look on the suit itself, everything from the boots to the cuffs, gloves. One thing to know about the gloves is I didn't actually get gloves in the package when it arrived, which, by the way, is the world's biggest box that I've ever received. But I've contacted Anarchy already, and he has assured me that he will ship out a new set of gloves for me this week, so I'm currently using rather worn gloves that I already have. My experience with Anarchy was very hit and miss. I ordered in late August. I paid a rush fee to have this by May London MCM Expo, and as you watch this video, it is already September. So to say that I was unpleased, or displeased rather, with the amount of time I had to wait, especially considering I paid the rush fee essentially to have it for May Expo. Realistically, I should have had this latest the end of March because of the rush fee, but here we are in September, some months later. I am still waiting on my rush fee refund from Anarchy, and I will be talking to him about that again once I receive my gloves, as I do want that back as soon as possible. Anarchy has had some issues recently with shipping and whatnot. I've heard people say that he hasn't been able to actually issue refunds because he hasn't had the money to. And it's like, apparently he's been selling already used costumes and props and whatnot to make up money so that he can send large shipments. But I say he takes for shipment during the payment, so that's not an excuse. As you can see here, I do have two bodysuits. The lower one is the one from Anarchy, which I'll get into in a moment. The one above it is the one I'm actually going to be using. This bad boy was whipped up by Rav Seams, or Raven Pryor, on Facebook. I already had a previously existing Zeo suit, so he's used the embroidery from the, or the circuitry as well, from the top collar of that suit onto this one. The rest of it is his work, the embroidery is not. He doesn't currently offer Zeo suits. When he does, I'm sure they will be awesome. I always promote Hallow as much as I can because he was the original suit maker that I went with. His, in my opinion, look amongst the best out there. But Rav Seams look great, and they can't be sort of, what's the word I'm looking for? There's no competition with the durability of his suits. They're so comfortable to wear, and they're so just maneuverable while you're wearing them. Right, let's get into the video. Right, I'm going to start off with Anarchy's suit. The original reason why I ordered the Rav Seam suit ahead of time, ahead of even ordering this, is because I know that Rav's orders for suits is quite a long list. And from many reviews that I've seen of Anarchy, his suits are amongst the worst things that he does. Like gloves, he's been rated highly. Cuffs, helmets, I think, are his thing. And some shields are rather hit and miss. So I decided to go ahead and order a suit from Rav ahead of time. Reason being that I knew when I got the Anarchy suit I wouldn't be pleased with it, which I'm not really. The embroidery isn't bad. Embroidery is an expensive and long drawn out process, so that's, the embroidery is acceptable for what it is. So it's rather plain, kind of amateurish in my opinion. The fabric that he uses is very, very thin, which doesn't suit my body type. Also, it's very cold when wearing it. And the measurements were all over the place. Literally, when I got it, like, I would not have been able to wear the gold rated costume if I hadn't already had a black suit ready to go. Just because it's just, it doesn't look right while I'm wearing it. It looks like my waistline is like 2 inches from my nipples. So it just was a no-go from the get-go. Durability wise, it's not too bad. It is extremely stretchy, but it's not the kind of thick material that I would trust to do any exaggerated poses with. The Rav Seam suit, as you can see there, there's the embroidery that I used from a previously existing suit, rather thick. You've then got the gold trim, which he has done, which actually matches up quite well with the actual gold from the helmet and the shield itself. The suit, as you know from my previous videos, is very, very thick, very, very durable, and very comfortable to wear. The boots are, I love these boots. The boots are extremely comfortable, especially considering that they have, focus, especially considering they have all that top heavy stuff going on. These boots are a big improvement from the last set of Anarchy boots I had. They're a lot more sturdy, they're a lot more comfortable to wear. Here you've got the sort of circuitry pattern going around the cuffs of the boot. Then you've got the sort of knee pad, which is a slight off colour compared to the actual gold leather that he uses, or fox leather, whatever it is. One thing I'm still trying to figure out is how to wear this comfortably, because the boot itself is wonderful, but the top part, obviously, it goes over my knee kind of thing, and I almost want to attach it to the suit so that it sort of moves with my knee joint, but I don't want to risk damaging my suit. I don't want to Velcro it to the suit or anything. But if needs must, obviously, like, no one's going to see the knee of my suit, you know what I mean? So if it comes down to it, I might have to. Over here on the other side, same situation. So very nice, very well done. You've got the, oh, I'm going to stand you up. You've got the Velcro part here, and then you've got a little plastic section. So it is somewhat durable. So you can sort of slide it up, and has got a little bit more Velcro here, so I can really tighten it if I absolutely wanted to. Excuse me. Then you've got the wrist cuffs. So this one's a little bit wavy, but that's all right. Again, somewhat adjustable. So you've got the plastic inline here, so I can actually unvelcro it, extended it if I wanted to, or draw it in a little bit tighter. So it doesn't extend much, but it's enough to make a difference. Obviously, it's like, because I do gain and drop weight quite regularly with cosplaying and stuff. If I did build up muscle, I could extend it if I wanted to, which is really, really helpful. I can't do that with the with my Green Ranger cuffs. And then you've got the gloves, which are Anarchy gloves, but I'll skip for the time being because, as you can see, they're quite worn. They've been through some battles in their time, but Anarchy's gloves are top quality. This is mainly for the cuff. So again, you've got the cuff there. It matches up really, really nicely with the boot cuff all the way around. Very thick. So, and then you've got the gold trim. It does attach by Velcro, and I think that's been my biggest issue with Anarchy over the however many years he's been in business, is that I hate anything Velcro. Mainly because it snags the suit so damn much. That's why when Hallow was offering his zipped cuff, I just jumped on them, because I don't want to, like, if my suit is going to get sort of damaged with Velcro and there's no other choice around it, okay. But if I can avoid it, if there's some way that I can have it done with a zip, I'll choose that every time. It's like when Maniac originally started doing his Green Ranger Shield run, he did it all with Velcro, and I suggested, like, if I'm going to order one and do a review and everything and start wearing one, it's like, could I have one with a zip by any chance? And he said, yeah, zip would be fine. And like, a lot of people, I think, requested it after that, because it's just safer for the bodysuit itself, because Velcro destroys this thing. A family member of mine threw my suit to one side one time, and like the Velcro, I think it was the Velcro from my buckle, caught the suit and it just destroyed it completely. I had to order a new red MMPR suit. I was just gutting. The helmet is just top quality. It's Anarchy made, and Anarchy is really known for his helmets. I did actually ask for a stunt visor with drilled holes. I didn't get it. But the vision in this one is a lot better than any Anarchy helmet I've previously had. I've worn this thing for 10 solid minutes and it doesn't fog up, which is good. But I still would have liked the stunt visor. I may sell it after London October MCM, because it's just handy to have the stunt visor, because it's just easy to breathe. Like with my Magic Red costume, or with my Red Mystic Force costume rather, I could wear it just for ages and ages without taking it off. Whereas this one, while I can wear it for a long time with the drill holes and everything, I will have to take it off just for the sake of defogging it every once in a while. So, but it is very, very good quality. So it actually does come with a hinge, which most of his, or all of his that I've ever had, have always had like a Velcro elastic hinge, which is good. There you see the inside. I've had to take out literally all the padding. There's no more padding in here apart from that one at the top. That's it. Originally it was padded at the sides, padded at the back, and had padding around the chin. So I had to get rid of that. There you can see kind of the vision there. It's very, very clear. So the actual shape of the visor is a pain in the ass, but the actual vision of through the helmet is fine. And then you've got the shield, which is the biggest sort of thing in regards to the Gold Ranger costume. There is, before I say anything else, ignore this. In shipping somewhere, or during shipping rather, this part was folded down and kept that way. I will iron that out in time, so just gonna have to ignore that for now. The biggest issue I had with the previous Anarchy shield that I bought, or the Anarchy Gold Ranger costume that I bought, was because the suit wasn't made to order for me. It was a second-hand one that was made to fit someone else, whereas this one is set for me. So Anarchy had all my measurements and everything heading in, so it is a vast improvement. It still isn't perfect. Like around here, it's still very, very tight on my ribs, but it does do the job a hell of a lot better. So you've got the individual hand-placed circuitry. All these are sort of individual pieces. Going all the way around to the back. View from the back side. And again from the front. Going back to what I said about the zip, this would be a perfect opportunity. Now, I physically cannot put on this shield without the Velcro in the sides of the shield catching the suit. Cannot do it. If it was done via a zip, I could actually put it on and not worry about that, and then have someone just zip me up sort of at the con or whatever. But I can't afford to have that happen with this one, just because of the danger of it. Like literally throw on a zip there, and it could be loose, and I wouldn't worry about it catching. If this thing's loose, because considering how close the shield is to my ribs anyway, there's no way I could wear it open without it actually ripping the suit apart. Put that back, which is very, very unfortunate. So I do have to be very, very careful. Right, now it's time for me to suit up. Originally I said I wasn't going to, because and I'll be very bluntly honest, I am my harshest critic when it comes to cosplay, and hell, when it comes to everything, work and belt collecting and everything else. So I'm not happy with the shape I'm in right now. But I've waited way too long for this thing to be finished. So I'm going to suit up now. I'm going to be using the actual Ravseam suit. I posted some videos on my Facebook page, PR Mayhem, of me wearing Under Armour, because that thing's just unwearable measurement wise. I didn't feel comfortable wearing my Ravseam suit just for a show off session when I could risk damaging it with a shield. But you know what? I've waited long enough, and so have you guys. So it's morphin' time. Thanks for watching, guys.